Good morning, everybody. That's right, no music this morning. I am Kurt H, and this is Run 8. I am also the lazy farmer. Oh my goodness, I have been not lazy. Uh, it took some effort. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It took some effort. I've been so busy. All I wanted to do. This is my one and only day off. I wanted to stay in bed, but no, I'm here. I'm with you. I'm doing Run 8. And today we are down on the A line in southeastern. Oh, sorry. I just drew a blank. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. So, yeah, I did decide to go a little bit different today. We're down in the southeastern portion of the United States. Uh, Florida, Georgia area. We just came out of Waycross. When I set this up, I pulled this train out of Waycross, got it down to Race Pond, and we're sitting in the siding at Race Pond right now. We've got to head for Pecan, and we're going to be heading for Sandford after that, and then ending up in Taft. Will we get that entire run in? I don't know. We are going to stick to the 2 hours today, but we're going to start heading, at least getting this train down the way. A little bit different, not being on the servers. As you guys know, we've got 3 servers going. Pittsburgh and Mohawk and Selkirk are being hosted here out of my location. And then Kung Fu Beer has also got the NorCal server. Those are open to the public. Pittsburgh's still under testing. I'm going to try to see if I can get around to finishing that today because I honestly, like I said, I've been so busy that I've actually looked at these computers and I went, yeah, not today. So why am I here? And for those who know me, Big Chris, I'm talking right to you. Thanks for letting me know. Yes, I am excited. There's a new DLC in town. That will be next week. I kind of blew my budget for software this month. So I do try to stick to a budget, but I haven't budgeted. I will be getting that new DLC because, and then next week will be a stream simply because that new DLC covers where I live and where I work, and I am excited. So I've got some, and I got some information too. I'm just going to tease this. I got some information, and we're going to share that next week. So probably not news now, but that's okay. I'm still going to share it. So how's everybody doing this morning? Let me see. I got my cup of coffee. I haven't done a road train in a while, so I had to get my cheat sheet out, which you can get from the Depot Plus for all the signals down here in CSX land. And making sure I got the right side here. That's Conrail side. That's the side I want. Okay. So anyway, so we're gonna get going. Like I said, I haven't done a road train in a while. I've always worked like some industries or something. So the idea here is we've got cuts of cars for Pecan. So we gotta get 2 Pecan, and then we've got some cars for Sandford, and then the rest go to Taft. I have got 1 locomotive mid-train DPU, but right now we're going to jump in. We're going to wake Otto up, and I'm going to fully trust Otto because I don't know anything about this. I decided to do this because I've been a long time since I've been on this map, and I don't know the routes. So, am I going to make mistakes? Absolutely, I'm going to make mistakes. That's what I'm here for. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Yep, that's my motto. So, if you want to help out and test I'm going to put it out there. The Pittsburgh server password for everything is test. Just go to my Discord server. Link is in the description. And just request, hey, I want to get access to Pittsburgh. We'll get you over there, and you can help test it before I actually put the password bot in place. Once that goes in place, then yeah, it'll be about doing checkout rides and stuff. But for the most part, I'm really proud of you guys. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of people doing shenanigans on those servers. Everybody. You know what? Hey, well, good. Well, first of all, I'm gonna start off with good morning, Mr. Beer. How you doing? Yeah, I get lost down here too. That's why I'm down here. That's absolutely why I'm down here. So, yep, I got the map up on the other screen, which I don't think I even have that set. No, I don't. No. No, what is this? I'm looking at some settings here. Oh, there we go. I forgot about this. Here we go. So I'm excited. I will tell you. I'm gonna talk about the new DLC. The station that I get on Amtrak to go see my daughter in the new DLC, modeled absolutely, except for one piece, which does not exist in the real world. But maybe back then, when in the area we modeled, but they did model that absolutely perfect. So I'm excited for next week. Um, thank you. Yep. But yeah, got to get that out there. So NorCal, Moselle, Pittsburgh servers. So we'll be having some fun. Anyway, and yes, you know what? I just realized I'm looking at this. Well, it's TheLazyFarmer Discord to get that, but yeah, I should have actually put your name in there too because you're hosting the NorCal server. So, and that's going to be exciting. There's, like I said, there's a lot of things that I've been like looking at about the new DLC. I'm gonna, like I said, but that'll be next week. Hopefully, well, I'm looking at my schedule. Oh, good God. Yeah, I'm gonna be working 6 in the morning. If you, hey, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't think working at a high school is hard, it is. Um, no, you know what? You know what? No, hey, you know what? It is my Discord, but you're hosting it, so yeah, it's you. You need some credit too, man. So I put credit where credit's due most of the time. So, but anyway, yeah, no, it's been an interesting time at work. I've been working 6 days. I'm dead tired. I don't see getting a full weekend anytime in the near future. It looks like they're going to be adding. Well, I'm not driving a bus. I'll be driving a van, but basically I'll be a bus driver on the weekends for the students. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's to help these teenagers, and that I don't mind doing it. These teenagers are the best. I'm telling you, it is. They're some of the finest people um, that you know that I've ever met. They give me a lot of energy, especially at my age. They give me a lot of energy. So anyway, let's get rolling here. I'm gonna wake Otto up. I have no idea. Where's Otto? There's Otto. Hello, Otto. Wake up. And we have a train coming at us too. I mean, if you look at the beginning, let's see if he gives us what we need. And they're aligned for another train right now. Yep, that's what I thought. All right. So, what do I want to do? Well, I got the K. This is what he's talking about right here. I got the K922 coming at me, coming down this way. So he's got all lined up. He might be right. I mean, I was wondering if I could make the A1 right here in time, but apparently Otto says no. So yeah, trust Otto. Well, it's early in the morning. Well, actually, it's early in the morning here on the Pacific Coast. Is it early in the morning? Well, actually, I think for Otto, it doesn't matter. He drinks 24/7. So, I don't know. We're just going to sit here, or I'm going to monologue until we have that train pass us. I could, you know what? I looked at it before I started the stream, and I actually debated, should I just delete the train? I could delete the train. So we can get going. Alright, there's a poll. I vote. Show of hands. Should I delete the K train or let it roll? You guys tell me. Irish coffee for Otto. Absolutely. Irish coffee actually sounds good right now. Without the whiskey, though. I had some Irish coffee creamer for my coffee, so. Anyway, what have you been up to, Beer? How's your hand? How's that little finger? Feeling good? Delete train. You know what? I think you're right. We're going to delete the train. So let's see. And I'm finding too, the reason I'm doing the road trans, I'm finding that I get into it and I'm like, there's certain aspects of Run 8 that I have not done in a long time, and I'm finding that I'm kind of forgetting how to do something like that. I just completely forgot. Like, what do I want to bring up? No, I'm searching for something. See, there's certain things I forgot, especially, well, you know what I forgot? And then that's the other side. I'm thinking that I'm on a server. I'm not. I'm local. So now I got to find. That's good. So, okay, but it sounds like maybe you did something to the nerve. Wow, your pinky's still numb. So, well, I mean that's okay. At least well, except for when you're drinking your tea and you're sticking your little finger out, you might hit something and spill your tea. All right. I gotta figure out where it's at. Help me out, beer. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. I don't want that. Nope. And that gives me that. I don't want that. Boy, I am drawing an absolute blank. You throw tea in the harbor. Good for you. Right now, I'm feeling like I drank some Kamala Harris tea, man. I got my brain's like a word salad. Oh, yeah, I had to go there. F4, thank you. No, F4 doesn't do it. F4 minimizes. I knew that. So, let me see. Good morning, DRRP. How you doing? I'm trying to find the AI list. I'm like, this is like, I've been so busy and I've been away from Run 8 for like 2 weeks and I forgot the commands. F3 or DS? Let's try F3. No, not F3. That I already knew. Whoop, where am I going? Where am I going? There it is. By the time I figure it out, the K9, there's a K922 is already going to be past me. Look how far he's moving fast. Wait, he's got to go here, here, and then come down here. So, you know the way to do it. I'll show you how to do it. If you forget something, go here. Okay, you're saying Control F2. Yeah, that would be no. And, that's, Control F1. That's train maker upper. Boy, everybody's failing this morning. But let's go here. And that's not going to help me here either. Okay, so here's what I'm done. Okay, so F3 brings up the dispatch screen. Control F2 brings up track bulletins. Control F3, horn bell config. I'm having fun with this now. No, not that. Although that was pretty cool. And then Control F1. I told you that. Train maker upper. This is actually pretty good. I actually kind of like this. This is like going over all the keyboard commands, and this is not a keyboard command that I normally use, especially when I'm on a server because you just don't have access to it. So that would not be it. That's definitely not it. But when you're local, you have a command for AI. Shift F3, F2, F1. Just hit them all, right? Okay, let's go. Shift F. Nope, that's not it. Shift F2. There it is. Okay, finally got it. So AI train menu, guys, this is what I'm looking for. And this is the K922 that's coming at me right there. I can stop it. I can delete it. This is also where I can generate more traffic. This is what I'm looking for. DRP, we got it. Thank you. But good, hey, good vote. So Shift F2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this turkey rolling. So I'm going to delete the K922. There it is. It's gone. So now if we go to the dispatch screen, look, it's all good. We'll give it a couple minutes here. Not even a couple minutes. Yeah, it's not. Well, I'm always on. You're on a server too, Beer. I mean, you're always on either on NorCal or you're on Mateo, and which I'm going to be spending some more time on Mateo after next week's stream. Oh, look, I didn't even ask for it, and he already gave me the light. I better pay attention to what I'm doing. Yep, there's my light right there. All right, let's get the engine HUD up. By the way, let me know how things are sounding, because I changed my settings in Discord, not Discord, what am I talking about? In OBS, they've got the beta test that they're testing where it's pulling the sound right from Run8. So levels, quality, give me an idea throughout the stream. Let me know how it's been or how it sounds, or if I just need to go back to the old way of doing it. But I'm just going to keep going. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can at least make Pecan. That's where I'm trying to get to. I got a cut of cars I need to drop at Pecan. So yeah, I was not expecting the DLC to come out, and so yeah, I kind of blew. In fact, I blew my budget for stuff. I spent a lot of stuff, and it was a lot of stuff I spent was on, was it Microsoft's Flight Simulator? So, and then I had plans to do more stuff and for Microsoft's Flight Simulator, and I think later on today, you guys are going to get a little bit of a stream of me. I've been practicing a lot. I still got to work on my landings. My landings are just ugly, but hey, if we can still walk away, we're doing good. So, all right, 30 miles an hour coming out of that sighting. Got to turn my lights all the way up. Sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's open the window up. There we go. The other side too is I do use a rail driver, so a lot of these commands we were talking about I forgot the keyboard commands, and I didn't program them into the buttons at the bottom of the rail driver. So, and I kind of wish. Beer, thank you, man. I don't know what I would do without you. I was trying to figure out what the most important part of a flight is. I thought it was just takeoffs, but no, I think landing is kind of important. Either that, or you just hand your passengers parachutes and tell them to jump. Then it becomes the most important part is the air-to-air refueling. So no, I actually did really good. I figured out what it was. I think I talked about it before too. It's flying the Airbus A320. There were 3 buttons that I forgot to turn on, and on the flight control manager, and yeah, it made landing interesting. So I did a 15-point landing. Come on, give me a break. Still got it down. But in all truth, I'll do some casual when I just feel like, hey, I want to take a little bit of a break from Frontier charges extra for parachutes. No, you got to bring your own parachutes with Frontier. You know, it's either that or they just tell you, they push you out the door and go, have a good luck with that splashdown. iPad typing with your little finger. Oh my goodness. So interesting. I mean, well, oh my gosh, it's been, like I said, it's been an interesting week. Watching a lot of the videos on the new DLC. Yeah, they do. They slow down. United kind of, they don't slow down, but they do, they do kind of tilt over. So you just, if you're not willing to jump out, you have to drop out. And I'm getting ready for Farm Sim as well too, guys. So I've been playing some Farm Sim 22. Farm Sim 25. The November 12th. Like right around the corner. Oh my god. And that's just in time too, because I was looking at the schedule for work. We get, well, for Thanksgiving we get a week off. Then we're back for two and a half weeks, and then we're out for 2.5 weeks for Christmas and New Year's break, and then we're back at it again. And I can't believe that. I mean, here it is. I mean, first quarter at the school is done already. Grades are already in. 2 weeks for the new one. Yep, and I'm actually going to do it. And I actually was looking some stuff up. I think too. I've got. So, okay, on the computer that I have over here, I have the Pittsburgh line server out there. I've got the Mohawk and Selkirk for Run8. Both those are Run8. I have a lot of resources left, and I think I did too. Beer. We need to do a multi-stream on that, by the way. But I was looking into stuff. I do have a server on Fragnet for Farm Sim, but I'm looking into, and I found some information. I believe that I have enough resources that I could do the 2 Run8 servers and a Farm Sim server as well too. So that one is something that I will be setting up. I just got to figure out the passwording on that. I did not know you had that. I did not. I would have been playing on your server all along. I might just, if you're going to do one for 25, I'll let you do that, and then I'll just use yours. Let's go ahead. Oh, I do know that. Okay, I'll double check it. Well, yeah. But I know that they also recommend do not buy it through Steam if you're gonna run your own server off your own computer and not use a hosting service. Do not buy it off of Steam. You want to buy either a digital copy right from Giants or go and get a hard copy. So yeah, I did my pre-order through Steam before I looked into that, and so okay, fine, I'll stick with the one I'll play with. My play copy will be my Steam copy, but I'll go, if I have to, I mean, I'll go get a digital copy from Giants. So just do that. Now, I did not, the way I do it, the same thing I do with Lord of the Rings Online. I never buy like the really expensive copies. I just buy the base one. Yeah, I don't see, I don't know, all that other extra stuff is, to me, is like a waste of money. But that's just me. Wow. So you tried hosting via Epic Games, terrible. I've always used Fragnet for hosting. Oh, I got to put an extra. I found some more Southern Pacific videos from back in the day. I got to put those and connect them to my YouTube as my favorite videos. If you guys want to see like 1960s and 70s era Southern Pacific and the north coast of California, which is up along like Highway 101 going. So if you look at the map, you find San Francisco and start going north, you'll see Highway 101. And I used to live and was born, was raised in the town of San Rafael. And this particular video actually had a is basically going from Eureka to San Rafael. So it's kind of nice to go back and look at the old hometown back in the day. Things I remember, like I don't remember that, but yeah, it's and then it's Southern Pacific and Northwestern Pacific. And the bell off like that. So you like, okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't really cost me that much unless, the thing with the hosting service is, okay, say it's just you and me, Beer, and maybe a couple of other people, and, I'm going to slow this thing down. I am right at 50. It's 50 miles an hour along here. No, I'm going uphill now, so I gotta come off the dynamics. But we'll get that. I'm gonna get that. Definitely. I mean, I might stay at the beginning, and then we'll test it because I want to see. I don't want to take away from Run8 on my box. So, and hosting two servers already, and then adding a third. My box should be able to handle it because there's not a lot. There's no graphics. So that's the thing. That's why I'm not worried about it. Because even with Run8, I mean, there's no graphics. So I know that I know it's got this. It has the resources, and not that many people have been using the servers. I think you're having kind of like the same thing that that's why we need to. I mean, really want to advertise those particular servers more and get some more people to NorCal, especially with what's coming. If you're not doing Run8 on the NorCal server, you can join the one that we have. It's in the information is in my Discord channel, and the link to my Discord channel is in the description. Yeah, go ahead and join that. Get on NorCal because I'm going to tell you. I mean, I know what's coming. I know what's coming, and we will talk about that more in depth. Alright, so I got a yellow over a flashing green. Where'd my thing go? See, and I gotta pull this out. Yellow over a flashing green means approach limited. Good God. Hey, you be quiet. think I'm going too fast. Well, I'm slowing down. It's interesting. I'm looking at the sheet for this, and it doesn't actually say it's limited speed. Oh, there it is. I gotta go down here to limited speed, go down to the bottom. Limited speed is 45 miles an hour. Okay, I'm good. Let's go ahead and get some notches, because I am dropping speed here, so let's speed this thing up a little bit. So back to, so yeah, so I mean, and I know that there's, I mean, I already know that and I think there's some discussion out there already that, you know, with the new with the new Fresno to Modesto DLC, there's another DLC coming. So if I my new budget for next month, I've already set that money aside, expecting it to be about a $40 purchase, but I do know it's coming. And I'll explain more in detail how I know it's coming next week. Probably Thursday afternoon, I'm thinking. We have, like I said, it's going to be busy at work. Doing a lot of extra hours, and I have, wait a minute, I just realized. I'm looking at the question mark there. I wonder where my EOT went. Oh, I know why, because I started it up and I didn't add an EOT. But the EOT was, oh, it should have been there. Well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and there's a lot of discussion. Like I said, I'll go more in detail, but yeah, there's some things that are coming that are pretty, and yeah, it's pretty. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Run8, and then there's a reason also why I'm here in the Florida and Georgia areas of CSX land, just simply because I know with what's been happening for Southern California, I'm expecting big changes for this map as well too. And it's pretty much, you know, they work together. We already know that. High Rail Simulations and Run8, some of the same developers, they work both. So they're in hand. But whenever there's been nice updates on the Southern California map, we see some nice updates over here on the High Rail Simulations map for CSX and Georgia and Florida, for A-Line, Waycross, Baldwin, Fitzgerald. So, and if we remember, and I'll talk about this, and I'll bring it up again when I stream the NorCal one, or actually, technically that would be Central California, because honestly, once you get to Fresno, well, Bakersfield is technically the southern end of the Central Valley. Okay, so he got me diverging. He does, so I don't want to go faster than 30. Well, he said before, I got a red. Oh, stop this. So, red over flashing. Let me look at this one. As I go into it, I should have been looking at this long before now. But I think it's limited approach, so it's 45 on through this switch, but I'll just keep it right here at about 30, 28, 30. Right. No, exactly. You're right. The devs all work hand in hand. So, but then there's also a friendly, like I said, there's a friendly competition. As Southern California advances, then it's almost like this map has to advance, or vice versa, and that's a good thing for you, for me, and for everybody else that plays Run8. My only thing is, I really wish that we could get them to, slow this off a notch here. So the only thing I wish is that we can get them to say, because your territory has to be run right, okay? Because you're not running it correctly, so I'm running it. I'm over here fixing what you broke, Quincy. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. But no, I mean, it's unable to spawn train, location Sanderson, Maine, save file is missing. Okay, that's interesting. I do. It's actually, I got 2 carloads of burritos and 1 carload of salsa. I need to go back to SoCal. You didn't hear the news? CSX bought out BNSF. They're putting you in charge of SoCal. How else are they going to get their burritos over out here? Salsa tanker. There you go. That's a new deal. That's the new car. That's a new car pack that's coming. It's called the Mexican Fiesta pack. It'll be a taco shell, boxcar, a carnitas, gondola, and a salsa tanker. You'll quit too. Like hell. Oh my gosh. Okay, so where am I in this grand scheme of these? I'm not. Once again, we're just showing it on the dispatch screen. This is not a map. I'm heading this way, and let's see. Does it take me to where I want to go on this one? And boom. Okay. Nope. Wait. Hold on. There we go. I'm right here. So, but yeah, I'm trying to get to Pecan at least. Yeah, no, actually, DR. That's what I was going to talk about was, and Quincy was there for this as well too. And I went back. In fact, Quincy's the one that told me about it, and I went back and read the thread in the Discord channel that it was when when Railroader came out, Jason came into Discord, the enhancement Discord channel, and started talking about the things that are coming, and his statement was, however big your hard drive is, it ain't going to be big enough. So I think, yeah. Oh, I forgot the beans. You're right. Bean Sniff could buy 5 CSX railroads, and there's a reason why Warren Buffett hasn't bought it, because Warren Buffett owns BNSF. If Warren Buffett hasn't bought CSX, he probably said, no, Quincy works for them, I don't want this. Here I am monologuing, and I forgot to even start my countdown, so I know when the back end of the train was through that switch. Okay, that I got an answer for that, and it's easy. Okay, first of all, I mean, they are talking that they're going to fix Seiko to Global. They are going to fix that. It's coming. We might see a little mini update with that fix, or it might be in the next DLC. Speed on this thing. So, but they're going to fix Seiko to Global. Now, the other one, they're talking about the other gap. It's obvious. It's not just for UP. It's also for BNSF. It's obvious. It's the gap that was from Fresno to Roseville. That's the gap. That's the gap that everybody really is complaining about. Not so much the Seiko, is that when they dropped Roseville, all of a sudden it's like, why didn't we just go work our way up? So yeah, so the gate, so the Seiko and the Seiko to Global gap is going to be fixed, and the other gap that they're heading toward is they're working toward, and this goes back to something that I was told straight away. You know, in a disc, actually was in the Depot Plus Discord, and then I also mentioned it in the forums, and that was got the same answer, that it's all on the table. You know what? You know what? I'm already at that point. It's like in my time, it's like, you know what? I'll get excited when it's done. But the answer, I mean, there's something, like I said, I'll show you the things. I have it already for next week. I will show you exactly what was said and how you can read between the lines. I can do my deal at 3 p.m. Cowboys are live at 5:20 today. I'm going to keep. When do the Cowboys play the 49ers, Beer? I know we're playing you guys this year. Ah, fine. Thank you, bud. Keep that going. Appreciate you. But yeah, get your yard work done. I know the Niners play the Cowboys. That'll be an interesting day. Next week, okay. We need to do like a Run8 stream as we watch the game, so we can cuss each other out. That sounds like fun to me. Right, we're still under limited here. Honestly, it'll be. Truth be told, though, it's like I'm frustrated. We have a problem with our defense. We have a big problem with our defense. I started the countdown timer, so I know that when the back end of this train is through that switch, I can actually start ramping up to 50 miles an hour. Oh, it is tonight. I thought it was this. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay. You know what's bad on me is I never subscribed this year to the NFL package, so I kind of have to watch the games afterwards, but okay. And then are we playing in your park, or are we at Levi? Oh, that'll be a win for you. When you guys play the Raiders, that'll be a win for you guys. I'm like well, we got a nice little contingent. Half the school I work at, there were 49er fans. The other half are Raider fans, and right now the Raider fans are just crying. So I'm trying not to rub it in their face, but I'm rubbing it in their face. What can I say? I used to like the Raiders until they moved out of Oakland the first time. And then Al Davis and everything like that, I hate him after that. And I know the man's long dead, but his son owns a team, and I just, you know. Alright, so I know you're not going to be streaming then, because you're going to watch your Cowboys. I'll probably be out. Yeah, out. Go find some place where I can watch the game, have a beer. Although I don't expect us to do well. And the thing about it, though, too, and this is the thing, that the big push that's going on out here now, that Robert Saleh, who built a huge, we had the strongest defense under him. He knows how to build defenses. Is no longer head coach of the Jets, and the rumor out here is the 49ers are trying to get him to come back as their defensive coordinator, because right now, like I said, we have a big problem with our defense. So let's see what happens there. All right, I'm at 40 miles an hour. I got about 500 feet to go before we're through that switch. And we can try to get this thing up. A little bit of a downhill grade, so we're slowly going to build speed. Yeah, we're not, we're kind of dinged up as well too, but by this point in the season, I think every team can say that. I'm just, you know what? The thing with Jerry Jones, he did it with Romo, and he's doing it with Prescott. I'm not sure Prescott is your guy. And it's not, as much as I like Brock Purdy, and I think he's a good quarterback, but is he an elite quarterback? I got to question that. So, I mean, he's got a lot of Montana-like abilities, but he's not Montana. That's all I'm going to say. So, anyway. All right, downhill, about 0.5% downhill. Let me come off. We're getting close to it. It's 50 miles an hour through here. I'm at 48, so let's go ahead and see if I can keep this thing. But you know what I was afraid for Romo is that his back was tore up from the floor up. And Jerry Jones kept him in there, kept him playing, kept talking to him. He should have retired a long time before. Yeah, well, that's my job, is to distract you. What can I say? That's my job. And it worked. Alright, I'm at 50. Still accelerating. I'm gonna go ahead and get into a little bit of. Well, now I'm not even. I got the dynamics on, but yeah, no, we're still increasing. So let's get some dynamics in here. Just a little bit. Let me see. We're through here, Folkestone storage. So I got a ways to go before. Let me turn on mileposts. Let's see. Oop, I'm on the wrong train. That's not why it's not working. There we go. That way I can kind of keep track when they go by on the trains here. I got everything else turned off, so I want to be a little bit more as realistic as possible for this run. But let's see, we're here, so Folkestone, we got Tracy coming up. Tracy Road, milepost A606. Oh, okay. So we've already passed Folkestone storage. This, we should have a river up here, I believe. May have already crossed the river. Boulogne is at A608. So yeah, we're actually technically in Florida now. Alright, let's get off the dynamics. Oops. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. That's exactly what I heard the other day. Union Pacific train going over, you know, through a crossing. Just like that. He was probably like me. He was probably monologuing and then forgot he was driving a train. Went uphill here, so go ahead and go into notch 5. We lost a lot of momentum because I wasn't really paying attention. Change the screen over, so I've got one locomotive mid DPU, 2 in the front. And this is little question marks bothering, but that's on me because when I started these before the stream, I did not, and I thought I was already on there, that's my bad, but I did not hit EOT on the end of the train, so that's why I got a question mark there. So technically, I guess I should stop. I mean, this is where Quincy would actually, like, you know, start yelling at me. All right. Get our notch in here. We are going uphill. There's a whistle sign there. The other thing that confuses me about this particular DLC or DLCs down here is the dispatch screen and the way they did it. Which makes it kind of hard because I hit the button on my rail driver and I get, you know, I can hit the button and cycle through the dispatch screens. Oops, get on the right thing here. Hey, I didn't build this. So, but we get to the page that looks like this on the dispatch screen, and I just, you know, you got to hit tab, and then you got to hit tab. So it's a key command that I haven't set up on the rail driver. But the rail driver just goes through all the pages, and then I get these extra pages, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's so, and that's part of what confuses me as well too, and that's why I'm here. I kind of have to force myself to come to DLCs I don't normally run. I was actually, honestly, it was last minute. I was going to be on NorCal today, and go get on the server, and just last minute, like, you know what? No, I want to do something different that I don't normally do, and this is what I don't normally do. All right, so I'm not going to give myself any more notches because we're almost like we're at 0.7% downhill grade. I will be picking up speed here. I'm going to watch the accelerometer right here, and you know, we're down to 22, but as the train starts to come over that hill, it's going to start pushing us instead of pulling us. So I want to make sure that I'm already at notch 6. I don't want to get into it too heavy, because then all of a sudden, as it starts to push us, I could end up losing control of the train. All right, so here's Bologna, or Bologna. That's the other thing too. I mean, and I don't know if it happens for you guys in places where you live. You know, you hear a name and it's, you know, you hear it mispronounced, and you just go, eh. You know, but that may be just me and my ADHD, which was funny because we talk about ADHD. I was on Lord of the Rings Online. I was playing on a European server, and picking on some guy that was like, he was obvious ADHD because he had to complete everything, and he was complaining that he couldn't get anybody to come play with him to complete everything. And I said, not everybody has ADHD like you. So, I've been cruel, but hey, what else? I was thinking about, go back to what you just said, Quincy, too. I was thinking that in CSX, especially down in this area, DPUs are not a normal thing. So, and compared to other locations or compared to other DLCs, like I'm thinking Pittsburgh line right now, DPUs are going to be required, are kind of required, helpers are required, because you're going over some very mountainous terrain. NorCal, same thing. You're going to have DPUs, may not need helpers, but you're going to have DPUs. Very mountainous, Southern California. You got, Cajon and Tehachapi and all that. You're going to need DPUs. But down here, I mean, it's relatively flat. So you just need, maybe an extra locomotive on the front, on the head end, not something in the middle. Normal is not even a word out here. It's whoever built this train, because I decided, well, I went through on my gaming machine, I went through and I added or re-added all the files for very populated. You can get those off the Depot Plus. Just do a search for the member name of Brad, and it's like Brad D something DL or something like that. But except for NorCal, which that's probably going to change, and especially now that the DLCs are coming, that I just went through and I just redid all those for Pittsburgh line, for Mohawk and Selkirk, and for down here in Florida, Georgia. I just redid all the files, so on my local machine here, if I play it not on a server, there's lots of work. I gave myself lots of work everywhere. Yeah, kind of the same thing with Fitzgerald. You're right. Don't let A-line deceive you. Yeah, no, even like a little bit. Now I'm going back uphill again. So it is rolling. We'll just call it that. That it is a rolling thing. Same thing with Fitzgerald, though. I haven't been on Fitzgerald since it first came out, and it honestly, as I look out, to me, okay, this. Yeah, obviously to me this looks like it does have an uphill, and according to this, plus 20%. You've stalled a train on A-line once. Yeah, I mean, and I did that on Fitzgerald. I mean, I was looking at, and the perception here is, okay, this might be uphill, and so it's like, okay, I'm going to give myself some notches so I can get it to go uphill, and it's actually going downhill, because that's why I have the telemetry up here. Because perception is not exactly truthful. Or notch here, because for some reason, even though it's 0.2%, I'm not exactly. Yeah, I'm still decelerating. So. Oops. I want to go longer than that. Kind of very gentle on that lever for the horn on the rail driver. A lot of people are complaining that they've broken it, or that it breaks from just from usage. So I tend to be a little bit gentle, so I might not get the exact horn sequence. Actually asking myself a question. It is perfectly flat. Okay, I'm starting to see some acceleration now, but for the most part, I mean, I've got more of a low. Yeah, trying to see, maybe we're starting to pick up some speed here, but we're perfectly flat. But it's like, what's dragging me down? It was that little roller coaster set of dips right there. It was enough to take, slow me down to the point that I dropped all the way down to 20 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. All right, A611. That's immediate Andrews. Okay, so I'm going to look at the map. Crossovers there. That was the balloon detector. So Hilliard should be next. Hilliard, Dial Hill. Oh, that's a clue. Callahan, South Callahan. Red Dog. How does it know? Every time I tap out of the screen or click on my other monitor, it knows. Tell Bob to shut up. Quit telling his bosses. Stop reporting stuff to Quincy. There we go. My original thought was I was actually going to go work a local. I was going to do the Colfax turn on NorCal, because I've always been going out the Valley sub and working all the industries out there. And I know there's another train sitting in the. The average HPG for trains here is a whopping one. Okay, so anything above that, the rail gods are in your favor. Okay, so let's see. We're at 0.9 with the 3, so I guess we're okay. Other than the fact that locomotive, instead of being a mid-train DPU, could probably be on the head end, but we're under, you know, we're under that 1. Be quiet. All right. So whatever, yeah. We are accelerating. Nice. I'll tell you one thing, it is pretty out here. And I think that's one thing, I mean, you know, it's the Southern California map is almost all desert. There was on the new DLC, there was somebody that was kind of, he was kind of complaining, I guess, on the BNSF side, it was a little sparse, and they could have done a little bit more. And maybe, yeah, maybe some more scrub brushes and stuff that they could have done, but yeah, no, on the fits, you're right. I mean, I did when it first came out, I ran the fits, just wanted to do a road train, and yeah, it was interesting. I'll just say that when I was thinking that I was going to be going downhill, my telemetry was saying that I was going uphill. You know, so it's definitely interesting. But the thing about that point I was going to make on that is, other than for some extra little scrub brush and stuff, yeah, it's pretty much, that's what it looks like down in that area. Not really up until you get where I live, that it tends to be a little more green. You got more population. So, but yeah, Bakersfield and Fresno tends to be a bit sparse. I will say though, ever since that they fixed took care of the derailment at Tunnel 2 at the Tehachapi Loop area, trains here actually really picked up quite a bit, and now they're starting to get back down to normal again. Hilliard. South Hilliard. Dogs next door. I got my window open. Dogs next door hear me blowing the horn on the train, and they're going nuts. Every time I started blowing the horn, they start barking. I got them fooled. so that's there. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on. Let's see if I can do this. Whoa, get back up there. Get a beauty shot. I just noticed that. HRS signals. I love it. I think I need to go and look for some enhancements that add graffiti to the cars. I go back and forth whether I want to add graffiti or if I don't, and I think I do. I just got to put them back on. That's the. I mean, that's something that, yeah, I already know. Every time an update comes out, I got to go put my enhancements back on again. That's why I was on Mosel. I was working out there in Rotterdam. I'm like, why am I not seeing RJ Corman? Because that's RJ Corman territory right there, working the interchange, and so I had to go find my RJ Corman enhancement and put it back again. Should write a script, make it, just put it on in a folder somewhere on my computer, write a script, and every time there's an update, just run the script so it installs everything again. So I'm really thinking if we're lucky, I'm not going to be able to pull into Callahan. After Callahan, let's see. After Callahan, get on the Nunta sub, I believe. Go through, we're not stopping at Moncrief. Trying to find a place where I might be able to pull out, because I think in a 2-hour run we're not going to get to where not even our first stop. to see. Okay, so he's got me going straight. Hopefully he knows where to route. Yeah. Into sub. Got some sub comes down this way. I'd say, I think too, is I still got to get familiar where all the different subs go and everything. Dinsmore, Jacksonville. But he's got me going straight. So I'm hoping I'm just praying I'm going in the right direction. Who knows? But he knows when I'm not looking. Alright. Dial, whatever, how you pronounce that. Slow down. Right there, it looks like it goes up, back down again, and so see, and I did the same thing. I know this is downhill. It's showing me downhill right here, but I think there's a couple places even on the SoCal map where it looks like it's going downhill, but when you look at the telemetry, it's actually saying you're going uphill. So it can fool you. It can definitely fool you. So going back to the point that Quincy made, he's right. And if you're playing Run8 and you're not familiar, first of all, the enhancement Discord, I believe I put a link of that in my description. I'll double check that after I'm done. But you can go there and you get different paint schemes, and if you're a fan of certain railroads, there's probably somebody out there that's already made an enhancement with delivery for that particular railroad. Or if you want to add, like add different horns. I did it on the Mohawk and Selkirk. I added a different audio file for the oh, I just drew a blank on the name. The detectors. So those, the default one was very soft, so I couldn't hear it. So I found one that even when I'm in a locomotive and the volume turned way up. Oh, what do I got here? Yellow over red. What's going on with yellow over red? I gotta pull my sheet out again. Don't yell at me, Quincy. Yellow over red. Proceed. Okay, to stop at next signal. Really? There we go. Alright, so we are going to, it is 50-mile-an-hour zone, so I'm going to take it down to 50%. And be prepared to stop at the next signal. Of course, I got my wrong glasses on, so it was hard to read the small writing on this sheet. Oh, medium speed, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, 30 miles an hour. So let's get it down to 30. And I know I should have been at 30 before I hit that light. So I am going to take it down to 25 and maybe 20 just because I'm way into the block already. Just dynamics, I've got no air on at this point. But do need to be prepared to stop the train in half the distance in which I can see, which if you look at it, I can only see to there, so I need to stop the train by here. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But yeah, going back to what Quincy was saying, the point I was making is when you save your files, when you download, best thing to do is I save them in a folder on an external hard drive as well as a folder on my hard drive, and then you don't add them. What you're doing is you're replacing files. Come off the dynamics a little bit here. So, and that's the thing, was when you do the updates actually look at, you know, what's on your system, and they compare it to a master list, and if there's something that's different, then they'll download and overwrite. And so, okay, fine. So just get in the habit of once the DLC's done, you'd finish downloading it. All right, I got a green over a red on my side. So it's clear. I can get back up to speed. So let's come off the dynamics. Callahan. All right, we're almost off of this map. I'm looking at, I should have actually set this up. I don't know why I didn't, but yeah, I'm actually page 1 of the A-line map. I'm about to come off of that and get onto page 2. Let's see. What is going? Oh, that's why I clicked on the wrong screen. There we go. So this is me here. I'm going off straight. Get our notch in here. So the Callahan crossovers are right here. Green over red. I'm clear. Callahan sub, or going off to the Callahan sub, which takes me to the Baldwin map, is right there. But I'm not going to Baldwin. I'm going to continue on straight, and I need to. It's actually looking like I don't want to go into Jack's Ramp, but it looks like if I'm going to pull over and park this thing, it's going to be in Moncrief. So. But yep, this right here goes off down the Callahan sub to the Baldwin yard. Alright, so if I'm going to do that, then it's going to be interesting to try to find out where I'm going on the dispatch screen. So, I should actually change the title of this. Newbie Plays. No, that's just new to this area. Alright. South Callahan. Callahan Storage. I think that's what this is right here. Is Callahan Storage. Yep, Callahan Storage. Okay. That's only 4,000 feet. I think my train's it. My train. 8,600. That's my length. 15,000 tons. Almost 16,000 tons. Less than 1 horsepower per ton. I'm at 0.9. So I'm looking at the map, and based off of what the map's telling me, yep, I'm only going to be able to pull into, more likely, yeah, I'll be pulling into Moncrief. And I'm looking at the track length in Moncrief. There's nothing actually as long as this train. Unless I just pull in and tie down the yard lead, which I could do. It's my railroad. I could do whatever I want. This is my virtual model railroad. Okay, so if I want to do that, I need to find on the dispatch screen. Don't want Baldwin. Don't want Fitzgerald. So line. I don't want to go to Waycross. Not sure what's going on here. That's Baldwin there. Callahan. Oh well. This is me here. Here's Moncrief, and this is me coming in here. Okay. Jacksonville. He's got me crossing over to the M1. M1 coming on down. And this is the M1 yard lead. I need to go into here. Main yard lead. Okay. Main yard lead. Yard lead. So here. I need to go this way. He's going to go this way, and then I'm going to have him try to route me into here. Why do you do that to me? Every time I tab out, you got to do that. I wonder what happens if I do this. Not right yet. Alright. So I got a plan. Okay, that's my plan. So what am I thinking of? I'm already 1 hour and 30 minutes into my 2-hour stream. I always do 2 hours on Saturdays or Sundays now, guys. You know that. Because Saturdays I'm usually working now 6 days a week. So I'm going to try to get us into Moncrief, and then we'll tie down there. don't know if you guys can see that, but it's highlighted green. I really want to get in tell auto. That's where I want to go. Which is what I did before. I'm thinking what I need to do is I need to cancel my routing and then redo it again, request a signal into, which will give me into that particular, into that lead right there, which will get me into Moncrief, and I can tie down at Moncrief. That's what I'm thinking. I want to go straight to enter the yard. Oops, hang on. Saw that. So if I keep going this way, this is the yard lead here. That's M1. M1, I'm looking at the map. Yeah, no, actually. M1, you're not wrong. So I'm wondering where he's going to actually route me once he gets me up here. I want to see what he's going to do once he gets up into this area, and then I may have to cancel the routing and then here I go here. I like that one, and then one. You're right. You're right. Okay, that'll take me into here. Cool. All right, we'll go with that. We'll give that a try. I am. And that's the other side of it, because I'm using Brad's populated world. I have no idea what it's going to be like. Is it going to be full? I haven't even looked. I haven't run down there.
BSX equipment expect detector milepost 628 5 track 1.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's why I look at those, you know, the pink tracks or purple tracks, whatever you want to call them. That usually means there's something open somewhere, and yeah, I need to go dive in, because usually I go in and try to get rid of all those things and then save the file after that. So, but yeah, he's got something not right, and I think he does that kind of stuff on purpose, to be honest with you. I also noticed too, like an example on the Depot Plus side of things, I made this mistake. I went in, I saw a lot of those pink tracks, and I'm like, oh, someone left stuff open. So I went back and I put all the switches back to normal and got rid of them, not realizing that going through the Selkirk yard, those were set on purpose so that through trains would actually go. In order for them to make it through the yard and continue off the map, they had to actually reverse some switches, and they were, so of course they would show up on the dispatch screen as pink, and so that's like, oh wow, so that's what they wanted to do. Yeah, I created a massive backup, or as I call it, an auto jam. But I'm just going to keep right on going. We'll see where we're at, and yeah, we make Moncrief in 25 minutes. If not, I'm just going to stop the stream right there, and I'll take it into Moncrief, and we'll start from we'll start from that point in Moncrief on the next one, or at a later stream. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the updates will probably put them back if I fix them. You know, and so then it's just, but if I load, if I fix it and then save it, they tend not to come back. But yeah, and I think I got sidetracked, so I think I actually finished my thought that the bottom line with the enhancements is save them in a folder, do an update, and then just go ahead and put your enhancements back right after the update's done, because I'm gonna, you know, Quincy's not wrong. The update will probably fix it. Well, it'll fix Run8 based on what it thinks how it should be, thereby removing your enhancements, like what it did with me on the RJ Corman stuff. Or even the San Joaquin Valley Railroad, which was it Genesee in Wyoming, I think is the parent company, and they've got a bunch of little short lines all around the country. The livery is literally the same. It's just their logo they've changed. So you've got the logo for, was it Genesee in Wyoming? Well, they just changed lettering on that logo to say San Joaquin Valley Railroad, or Heart of Georgia, I think. Not Heart of Georgia. Maybe it was Heart of Georgia. I'm thinking about it. There's another one that they own. So, which you can get those if you are a fan of this particular route in Heart of Georgia. You can get that livery on the enhancement Discord channel. But yeah, save them, because you're going to put them back every time there's a major update. Yeah, you're going to have to put them back. So just get in the habit of doing your update and then reinstalling your enhancements, and you're going to go. And it's really not that hard. It sounds hard, but it's really not that hard. Old Kings Road. Oh, no kidding. I used to, well, and where I used to live on the other side of the county, a little town called Los Banos, G&W, which is the San Joaquin Valley Railroad, used to come into there. And there's one, they still do, they come in on the western side of town. That's as far as there's one. It's honestly a cold storage for a beer distributor. They'll come in and service that, but from that point on, the city actually yanked out the rails, and I'm not sure when they did it, so it actually might end up being modeled. We'll have to take a look at the DLC when I actually buy it, because typically the San Joaquin Valley Railroad actually came down through the western side of the county, and then just south of where I lived, they would come in, and then they had track rights on UP, and then they would go down all the way down into Fresno and pick up their cars and then go back up, and then those cars actually continued on down to, through by the UP down to Bakersfield. Yeah, Bakersfield, where the San Joaquin Valley Railroad is continued on down there. So they're like all over the place. They have little sections that are connected through the Union Pacific Railroad. Especially up on the north coast, they do go up. If you look at the north coast, they go through the wine country, through Napa, on up, Sonoma, Napa, and then they go up and they tie in, and they do some work up in the old Northwestern Pacific Rail area, but they don't run all of the Northwestern Pacific, and they don't go up like where the UP, or not UP, but SP used to go. They just got tired of dealing with all the washouts. Eel River, they would, like almost every other year, or every 2-3 years, it would flood. and washout tracks or cause mudslides. Very wet area of California. You don't know. Everybody thinks of like palm trees and beaches. They don't think that the North Coast is, or the northern part of the state is much more beautiful than the southern part of the state. And that's like my old stomping grounds where I used to go play around as a kid all the time. And then when I learned how to drive, I used to go take off. And a little side note, when I was in high school too, I learned how to scuba dive. That was one of the sports that we had because my high school was on the coast. So I learned how to scuba dive, got my certification, and during that particular sporting event, I'm using air quotes around that particular sporting event, our sport was not competition. It was just we would all get together and go on a camping trip on the weekends and go scuba diving off the coast. So, and that's where I used to see ESP quite a bit running around up in that area. Then you can look up, was it the Skunk Train, which goes from Willits, which is on Highway 101, and then went over the mountains over to Mendocino. You can still take that Skunk Train to this day. And they've got some of the old rail cars that they used to run on that line. Self-powered rail cars, depending on the time of year, or they'll run I think that they've got a Shay that sometimes they'll run. Very rarely though. Things we'll never see in Run8. I'll just put it that way. I know a lot of people want the Feather River route because that Valley sub on the NorCal DLC, Roseville DLC technically is what it's called. The Valley sub goes out and ties into the Feather River sub, so the Feather River route. And I know some people want to see that. We'll never see it because the only town, and only has a few industries, the only town that has that is the town of Oroville. Then after that, it's like this, it's just mainline running. Although it could be one of the most scenic DLCs in Run8 if they ever do model it. It is an iconic area, but yeah, there's not a lot of industries around it. It'd just be all mainline running, and I think your gamers / sim guys would, like me, I'd get on there once or twice to go look at it, and then okay, I'm back to switching cars at industries again somewhere else. So it's one of those things, like we said, it'd be nice to have, but we'll never see it. Go ahead, notch up a little bit more. Dinsmore, let's take a look. Okay, so I am coming on here. He's got me going this way. So I'm going to wait when I get into the next couple of blocks here, see if he routes me in next. And if he does, then I'm probably going to end up canceling my routing. And then, because I've got this one that I had, no, it's highlighted now. So I'll cancel my routing. Actually, we can just do it now. I'm moving pretty quick here on this section. So Race Pond to Moncrief, that's actually not a bad run. But yeah, I think by Wednesday I should have the new DLC, so if not Thursday afternoon or early Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon will be my perception on the area that is now modeled where I live. And I'm excited by that. Watch 8, man. My desk is vibrating. I got that with the rail driver. There's a subwoofer in the rail driver. Let me turn it up a little bit. Get a little more vibration in my desk. There we go. Oh, that's just amazing. So if you've never thought, if you have Run 8 or any other train simulators that you actually can use the rail driver, I went a year and a half playing Run 8 without a rail driver, and when I finally said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to waste the $230. I'm going to get the rail driver. Yeah, it's over $200, or depending this time of year, it might be a little bit less because we're getting close to Christmas. It was. I mean, I honestly, after I got it, I went, why did I wait so long? Because before I got it, what do I need it for? I can use keyboard commands. Well, you saw it earlier in the stream too. I mean, I've used rail driver now. I've forgotten a lot of keyboard commands, especially I've been doing a lot of playing on servers. So it's been a while since I've done a local. When I say local, not local on the train, but you know, playing locally on my own system, not on a server. And so now there's certain commands that you can have that you don't get when you're on a server. And I forgot. And I've heard other guys say that in their streams too. They're like, forgot. I'm like, how would you forget? That's how. You just don't ever use them. When you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. All right, keep it on the dispatch screen. What's he doing? I'm waiting for him to see how far he advances me out, and if he's got me going. If he's got me coming in M1, then that's fine. I'll just tie down at M1. See what he wants me to do. Appreciate you. I really do. Man, I don't know this route. You're being a big help. Thank you for that. And I've tried a better job too of actually trying to do, you know, to use the horn and the bell appropriately, which is something I've gotten away from because I play too casual. And at some point I need to get back over. I've done a couple hours. I need to go do some more hours over on the Depot Plus. I don't want to lose my access to them. If I do that, I'll be over on Mohawk and Selkirk. I don't know. I like that. That's sort of kind of like the forgotten. Yeah, you're right. Look, you got me in there. I don't have to. Okay. Actually, I'm going to try something here. Main yard lead. Let's do it the right way. I don't want to tie up the main. Although it doesn't really matter. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not playing on a server. That's my thought process right there. As I'm thinking I'm playing on a server, and I'm really not. I'm playing on my local. So in essence, this is my virtual model railroad. So I can park my train on the main line if I wanted to. That'd be like me, like, oh god, oh, I got a honey-do list, or like Kung Fu Beer, I got work to do, and you know, I'll just stop my train here and go do what I gotta do, and then pick up where I left off. And that's the beauty of playing locally. Why is he have me crossing over? Yeah, I guess he did right there. I just so. What lights do I have here? Grand Junction. I'm liking this stuff. Alright, I'm clear there. That double yellow. Be prepared. Advanced approach. Be prepared to stop at the second light. Okay. Fair enough. And we're coming into Moncrief. Let's go ahead. Now, if I was on a server, I would probably have to go down this lead here, but I'm just going to stay on the main. Diamond. Nice. Get on the main yard lead right here. Alright. Start the countdown. Yeah, because server-wise, I think I probably would have to stop on this track somewhere here. A lot of work to be done in Moncrief. Alright. Medium speed. And be prepared to stop at the next signal. Okay. Come on, where are you? There you go. Dispatcher DS. I don't want him to continue, so request. Oh, I don't want to request a signal. No. Oh no. And that's what I want to cancel my routing. So I want him to stop me here. Good, he did, but he did drop the signal. All reds. 3,000 feet, no problem. I think I'm going to show a little bit of a cheat of what you can do. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Why do I not spend more time on this one? A lot of work to be done in Moncrief. There's so much to do in Run 8, so little time. About 900 feet left to go. All right, we're clear, so let's go ahead. Full dynamics. You know what? I really do not like the Run8 MP15, and I think it's because of the horns. If the horns weren't on there, I think I'd be okay with that, but I don't know why. I just don't. But if you don't have that DLC, that's what you're going to get. They all look like that. So sometimes it pays to get the DLCs. All right, I'm going to show something here now. If you're running your own server, this is for people that are obviously if you're not new to Run8, you already know this. This is nothing new. So down here, let's go ahead and get some train brake on. All right, off that, brakes applied, and then I'm going to hit button on the rail driver. Handbrakes are applied on all cars. Go down to the ground. Now what I can do, this is train. I have ownership because I got the relinquish button here. If I try to take over that, you see there's nothing because you can only own one train at a time. I don't want to relinquish this one yet. What I want to do though is I'm going to go to the consist menu, train maker upper, left control F1, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the player train. That's all in here. Now I can close this out and I'm not going to lose that. But what I can do then, if I was on it, if I'm doing my own little server, my own private little railroad, I'm going to leave this running up all the time. And I made the mistake, like I didn't really make the mistake on this point, but if I made the mistake of, gee, I came down the main line and I don't want to park on the main line, I want to keep the main line open, then you go into what I call drone mode. I want to come down to these lights because I'm gonna be held at these lights right here. Oops. You go to ground view so I can get a little bit more finer motion. Main line's here where I'm at, but I wanted the train to really be on this one. Then I can go back to train maker upper, place train, and let's say I'm going to drop it right there. Okay, so I've dropped it. There it is. So I can effectively at this point take this particular train and just delete it. Now it's off the main line. I haven't lost anything. Cars are all tagged the way they were originally. I got the same makeup. It really doesn't matter, but if it does for you, I mean, the numbers, the engine numbers may be different. So you can always change the engine numbers if you want, and you can read up on how to do that. The only other thing that I would suggest that you do after you do that is at least go down and then make sure that all your switches are aligned appropriately, because you could get into a stretch force problem on the couplers. Cars trying to go one way and as your train's trying to go another way. So at least walk your train, look at your switches, make sure that everything's set so that when you decide to pull out at a later time, you can pull out. And then of course, you're not going to have issues. Your main line is now clear, so if you're going to leave your own little private server up and running. And once again, nice little tip. I like to do that. This is for those people that are brand new to Run8. My goal with Run8 and my channel is to build a Run8 community. If my community builds, along with it, then hey, good, I'll take it. But mostly it's about getting Run8 out there. If you don't know my story, uh, quick repeat is that's set to normal, and then we got one down here. See now, like right here, these should be set to normal. Going, yep, that's all set to normal. Going good. We want to double check. These don't matter. The trailing points don't matter, but it's the leading points. So I don't want cars. I want cars going straight. I don't want them trying to transition over to this track because that'll cause a problem. But anyway, the other thing you're going to look at too is walking your entire train because your air hoses are not going to be set. End of the train. I mean, you can, when you start the train engine up, it'll all get fixed. You can do the F7 sheet. You can always put a EOT on the end if you want. Be ready to go next time. So jump down to the end of the train. Oh, I don't have this train. I don't own this one. Now I do. All right, end of the train. Same thing. Just go start. Hit all these buttons, just kind of in that order. Engine, the locomotives are all starting up. Air hoses are all connected. Air is going through. Has already gone throughout the train. Now, if you don't, you can actually go into locomotives. I'm not going to show that right now, but you can go and start everything up manually. Or if you wanted, you could just do start all locomotives and then go through and do your, set up your multiple units or DPUs, circuit breakers, let the train air up. Check your brakes. I didn't do that at the beginning of the stream. Is to check the air. You can play Run8 as realistic as you want or as casual as you want. It's flexible. Anyway, that's it. Right at the 2-hour mark. What a good stream. I started off test of the new sound. Thank you DRP for letting me know it sounded great. So I might keep rolling with that so you guys get more of what the true sound like, what I'm hearing, you're going to hear. So there's that. I think the total the graphics are fine. Everything else is fine. So I'm also looking at making a little bit changes to how the channel is going to look. So there's going to be some little changes coming up. I'm getting ready for the beginning of the new year. Basically, that's only a couple months away. So new year needs to have new look, new changes, new music, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, that's it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Once again, my name is Kurt H. This was Run8 Train Simulator. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your perfect strangers. Walk by and hey, check out Run8. That's it. We need to build a community. We need to get the word out. And that was something. Oh, you know what? That was what I was going to start to say, and I got sidetracked. That would be the one thing that I would like to see Run8 do is at least register this simulator on YouTube and Twitch and maybe any other streaming platform out there. So when we go actually stream, we can. It's part of the algorithms for those particular streaming platforms. That way, more people can find this excellent simulator. My opinion, the best simulator out there for trains. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you next week. And well, a couple of different streams, and like I said, I may be back on a little bit later this afternoon with some flight simulator. I need to stream that at least. If anything, I'll do a takeoff. We'll see what the pilot's life schedule has for me. So anyway, I will catch you guys later. Have a great day.